We left the Caribbean Ocean or Caribbean Sea to come inland to this lake.
From what we understand, even prettier turquoise blue water.
So they call this the Lake of Seven Colors. So we're gonna take a boat ride. Fortunately, I was able to negotiate the price down a little bit. It's normally $250 pesos per person, but they have an 8-person minimum on this boat right here. And so I was able to get it for us for 2 hours for 1,000 pesos.
Oh, nice.
So we're gonna go check this place out and bring you guys along.
I didn't even know that. I had already told him it was 1,500 pesos, so Kurt did good. Still waiting on Kurt, but I expect him to open that door any second now and get out. Let's see. I was right. There he is. You ready, Kurt?
If I can only find my sunglasses.
Poor Kurt. Van is locked. This is where we camped last night. You may notice water. When there's water, sometimes that means a boat, doesn't it, Kurt?
Sometimes it means a lancha.
Looks like we might be headed out on a boat. So, our guide, zero English, and y'all know our Spanish is very broken, but we do have this picture, so we'll at least know the names of some of these places that we're going. Super excited.
So this little resort we're staying at is kind of unique, but in Mexico they have a lot of these little sort of beach clubs, in this case maybe a lake club, but you pay a little bit of an entrance fee, and then everything inside is sort of a la carte. So if you want a palapa, it's like the entrance is like 20 pesos. If you want a palapa, it's another 20 pesos. If you want to take a boat ride, it's $250 per person for a collectivo boat, and so on and so forth. And so there's restaurants, and there's the slides. So I think for the slides for an hour, it's 30 pesos per person. So on and on, but we were here Sunday and this place was packed, and I understand why. It's a beautiful lake and a really nice resort, and a bonus, it's authentic Mexico, so we feel good about that.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin.
All right, guys, I've spotted a rope swing. I don't know if it's private or if we're going over there or what, but we'll soon see. The blue parrot just passed us on the way in here.
Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live.
So we're kind of getting educated on the colors of the water here. There's 7 colors, and some of it's based on depth. And so we came off a shallow ledge into the cenote here. I don't think you can see it, but it's beautiful. But we're looking at it, and definitely the water changes colors. It looks sort of black right here, but oh, and then it gets clear over here on the ledge, so we can see the steps, and there's some fish down there. Oh, I see a nice little lily pad up here.
So Cenote Negro in the middle is over 800 meters deep. That's this little cove we're in right now. But along the edge, there's many different little ledges underneath the water. So the water changes colors from clear to a deep blue to black. So this is our first stop of the tour, and we're starting to see how cool the water colors change with the depth. So I'm excited to see some of the other cenotes. And the rope swing we saw is for the students at the school, so Curt doesn't get to jump off the rope swing. He's very disappointed.
Yeah.
All right, so now we understand why this isn't the ideal swimming place. I don't know if y'all can see him. Here he is. See him, Curt? Back in there. Yeah. We'll try to zoom in to show you guys. We'll see if y'all can see him. All right.
So you can see bits and pieces of this lake resort, but it's beautiful. They have some huge homes up here with a big old deck out back on the lake, and people just come down here and swim in the shallow part. And then you only have to get about 15 or 20 feet offshore, and then all of a sudden the cenote just, the bottom drops out to about 800, 900 meters deep.
Today and not tomorrow, there's no.
So of all the cenotes out here, this one is the largest, the biggest. But look at these resorts along this lake. Big sailboats and even some catamarans.
Time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give today. It's a good day today. It's a good day today. It's a good day to live.
So it's starting to cloud up just a little bit, which is a bit of a bummer because I think that may affect how well some of these colors are coming through on the video. We're still going to try to show it to you the best we can. And maybe these clouds will burn off. It's still early in the morning. So right now we're in the medium-sized cenote. It is the Cocalitos. Cocalitos cenote.
Cromatolitos. Cenote Cocalitos aquí.
Sí.
325 de diámetro,
Sí.
60 metros de onda.
Says
6-0.
Seven.
En la orilla aquí. Mira.
So I'm not sure what these things are called over here in the shallow spot, but he's pointed out to us, it's almost like they're little coral spots or lime spots that are sticking up, little like tables under the water, if you will, little rock formations. Hamaca.
Balneario Cocalito.
Cocalito.
Las piedras brillantes son las rocas, es como tipo piedras orales como el mar, pero estas son las rocas de agua dulce.
And it looks like there's another beach camp down here. I don't think this one was on iOverlander. And quite honestly, in our travels, a lot of stuff is not. A lot of times the best places we find might be sort of near an iOverlander spot, but not there. And this looks like a pretty good spot for van life.
I pull into your driveway, it's a Saturday night. You look like $1,000,000 wearing that dress I like. You're smiling, but there's something missing in your eyes. Girl, I can tell that you have something on your mind. But I will make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes, I know you're all about the good vibes. Do you know how much I love you? Wanna see you smile. Where's that happy girl that I know with a heart on fire? I'll do anything to make it fine, but I can tell that you have something on your mind right now. But I will make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax. All your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes.
I hope y'all can see these little guys. They're sardines. They're cute.
I know you're all about the good vibes. We are all about the good vibes. We are all about the good times. Dancing till it feels alright. All night. We're all about the good vibes. All about the good vibes. I will make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax. All your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems.
This area they call the Canal de Pirata, so pirates. We'll need to find the story out for you. We've heard a little bit about the legend of pirates here.
You ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. We are all about the good vibes. We are all about the good times. Dancing till it feels alright. All night. We're all about the good vibes. All about the good vibes.
Bueno, capitán.
Sí, bueno.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias. No kitties waiting at the front door. Crazy.
He said this is some of their hottest, but it's really good, so I have to try it.
You got it in the beans. Huh? How much? This? Dinero, how much? 400 US. Hot? Yeah. Is it hot?
It's good. It's not that bad.
Alright, there you go. Alright, get.
Snow was earlier, she was talking about how back in the day she was a lifeguard and she was a really good swimmer, so she's telling me she was going to do this really cool dive off of this platform right here.
If y'all believe that, then I've got some property to sell you on the beach in Arizona. Because I ain't diving. But Kurt said he'd do a backflip.
So last night we stayed here in Bacalar at this little lake resort. And Bacalar is a cool little town. It's this little resort town in this gorgeous lake of 7 colors. We went on a boat ride yesterday and we had an awesome lunch here at the place. And now I'm headed to downtown Bacalar. There's a little fort there. And this was a defensive position for them a long time ago. So we're gonna go check it out. So the fort is just a short walk from our campsite, our beach club. It's 110 pesos or 55 pesos a piece to get in, but it's closed. It's not open yet. And the gates are closed, so I'm gonna walk around from the outside. I think we'll be able to see it just fine. So this is pretty cool. They got this big trench around the outside with this big wall. So one of the super cool things about having a guide is you really find out what's going on with the local stuff. And so without a guide, there's not enough placards around here, and I didn't do the research ahead of time. So it kind of leaves to the imagination to figure out what this was, who owned it, and how it worked. But I always like using my imagination anyway. The Fort of San Felipe was built in 1733 under the orders of Don Antonio, Field Marshal of the Yucatan, to protect the Bacalar population from the frequent attacks by pirates and to defend the region from harassment from the traders in Campeche wood. In the second half of the century, during the so-called War of the Casts, the fortress once again became the scene of skirmishes for the possessions of the fortress. Look, another one of these maps like we saw in Campeche. So this is really cool. So I'll show you guys where we're at. So this big building right here is clearly the fort. And so we're staying at a resort right down here. Actually, I think that big palapa may even be it. But we're right here next to the fort in the city center. And I haven't checked this out yet, but there's the rest of Bacalar, and there's the Lake of 7 Colors. Now let's go finish checking this place out.
I've said it many times, I know I would change my ways, I know for sure. When all the crows decide to meet, they settle down beneath my feet. I've got it right and I got it wrong, but I learned my lesson hanging on. Come sit here with me by the fire and let it go for a little while. So be here as the night starts falling. Let my fingers walk over your head. We got nothing to be scared of. I'd rather be with you than by myself. Now all is in your hands.
So how was it?
This place is pretty neat. So the lake obviously is awesome, and we saw all those little resorts from the boat. So the little walk up to the fort right there, you see the front side of those resorts. There's a really cool hostel I bet we could have stayed at. And but there's all sorts of neat little shops, restaurants, and then this thing is just lined with these little beach camps. But you get to the fort, and you know this more than I do, but this place is a little pirate village. And so it was established And so the fort was about that, and it was built in 1950 or 1544 to stave off the pirates. And so, and the pirates were here looking for Campeche wood. So remember we went to Campeche, so I think that's a kind of tree. Now I don't know this, but I'm kind of putting pieces together and assuming that Campeche wood was used for making ships. And so we learned up at the other ruins, that when the indigenous people were taken by the Spanish explorers, they would turn them into pirates. So I think what would happen is these explorers would come in, make a village, take the indigenous people, turn them into pirates, and they would attack the other villages trying to get the wood, so whoever built the most ships was the winner.
Oh.
I don't know that, but I'm speculating. But the fort has like this cool, like almost like dry moat around it, and it was a really neat fort with cannons and stuff. And then it sits right on the city center, and this is a Pueblo Magico.
Oh.
Yeah, and so the whole little town, the town center's a neat little area. There wasn't a big church there, but it's a little more high end than we're used to seeing. But you can tell it's still authentic Mexico. So it's a really cool walk. I was coming back, and I saw all of a sudden, flew across me, guess what? A green parrot.
No.
A green parrot. So I stopped, and I didn't have my camera out, so I pulled out my little pocket, which is all I had, and I looked up in the tree, and there was 2 parrots up in the tree, but they were a long way up. So I used that new zoom.
I don't know that.
I don't know how well you're going to be able to see them, but while I was watching them, a third one was actually there and showed himself. So, but that was pretty cool. And then, as I turned down to walk into the place, they have all those little stands up there. You know, we saw when we came in. So guess what I got? Breakfast.
You get tamales.
Tamales.
You got tamales for breakfast.
We haven't had tamales
since we made them
in San Cristobal. But we're going to have tamales for breakfast because I know we're kind of in a hurry to get on the road because it is
moving day.
Moving days, guys. So we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Cheers. If you liked this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when we put out new videos. To see behind the scenes action and help support our journey, head over to our YouTube membership page. You can find the link in the video description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in a few days.